Number 5. There are two strategies for solving this problem. I'm going to show you both. Um, one strategy is to find the area of one sector and then double it. That's what I'll do first. A lot of people found the area of one sector and then forgot to double it. There's two shaded sections that are equal size. So, as soon as I see a sector like this, I'm thinking part over whole equals part over whole. Of course, on this side, this is going to be 125 degrees, okay, because that angle divided by 360. Now remember, if I'm doing 125 degrees, that is not both of these. If I were doing both, that would be 250 degrees, but I'm only doing one. That means whatever answer I get, I'm going to have to double it. So this is going to be x over. Now, part over whole. This side is area. So in the bottom here, I need to be doing area, which is pi r squared. In this case, that's pi 8 squared, so that is 64 pi. Okay? And that is what's going to go right there. 64 pi. I always like to reduce this fraction whenever I can. So let's see, 125 over 360. That's 25 over 72. Alright, x over 64 pi. Time to cross multiply. 64 pi times 25. That's going to give me 72x equals 1,600 pi. Don't forget the pi. A lot of kids just left off the pi. 64 times 25 is 1,600. But there's a pi here, so it's going to be pi. Of course, now I need to get x by itself by dividing both sides by 72. So I'll divide both sides by 72. Okay. That's going to give me x equals. So that's going to give me x equals 200 pi over 9. I could make that into a decimal, but I choose not to just yet. So remember, 200 pi over 9, that's the area of just one sector. We had two sectors, so I need to go ahead and double this. So if I multiply this times 2, that's going to give me the answer that I'm really looking for, both sectors. So multiplying this by 2, instead of 200 pi over 9, I'm going to wind up with 400 pi over 9. Okay, and as far as exact answers go, that would be it. Okay, that would be the exact answer to this particular question. Let's see, 400 pi over 9. As a decimal, we would have 139.63. So that is the end of the problem. But I'm going to show you another way. Basically, instead of using 125 and then having to double it later, I could have instead used 250 degrees. Alright, and so if I double it ahead of time like that, then whatever I get for the answer, I'll be done. So in other words, I could have done this. Instead of using 125 degrees, I could go ahead and use 250 degrees. Why 250? I have 125 and another 125. Together, that's a total of 250 degrees. So I could just do 250 over 360. If I do it this way, I won't have to double anything later. I've already taken into account both sectors. So this is still going to be x over 64 pi. That's pi r squared. But this time, this reduces to x over 64 pi equals 25 over 36. A little cross multiplication gives us 36x equals 1,600 pi. Dividing both sides by 36. And I'm going to get 400 pi over 9. Okay, which is exactly what we got by doing it the other way. Alright, of course the decimal would still be 139.63. Okay, so that's the second way of doing problem number 5. You take your pick. The end.